Hi there and welcome back! Ahead of the launch of my new book, Magical Jungle, I'm going to do a quick tutorial today and show you 3 different ways to colour leaves because you know it's a jungle and it's leafy out there. So grab your greens and let's get going. We're going to start off on this leaf here just with a simple blended colouring pencil technique. So I'm using the Staedtler Ergosoft colouring pencils, and with these leaves you have to think of them as 3D. So I always think of this as being like a little bit lumpy and then down and then lumpy again and again. So press hard at the top and go lighter towards the bottom. It doesn't matter if you can see your pencil strokes because we'll go over that in a minute. I'm always with colouring pencils, better to lay down a few light layers than go in heavy. So again, push hard at this line and then go lighter. And then take your second colour, which is a little bit lighter, and work the other way. Go from the bottom, the lightest bit, into the darker colour. Then to finish off, I'm going to use a blender pencil. With the blenders, I think you're better to hold it in your hand a little second and warm it up before you use it. It just makes it a bit softer. So then take your blender and smudge all the colours together. And it just gives it a really nice flat blended look. So for this next one, I'm going to show you how to do a burnished pencil technique with fineliner details. So I'm just using another Ergosoft colouring pencil and pushing quite hard this time at the top and lighter into the middle so that it looks like there's a bit of a reflection in the middle. And same at the bottom. When you're at the edge of a page, always just go one way with your strokes and that's off the page. That stops you buckling the edge. So don't try to go that way, only this way. And then pull it lighter into the middle. Then go over it with your secondary colour. So because this is going to be burnished, you can push fairly hard because you're going to get rid of all that white space and all the little white flecks of tooth in the paper. Now before you burnish it, grab a Triplus Fineliner. I've got another green here and we're just going to add some details. Now because that's ink on pencil, I'm going to give it a wee minute just to dry, otherwise we're going to smudge it. So now that it's dried, I've just got a Burnisher pencil and I'm going to go over the entire bit that we just coloured in. And what the Burnisher pencil will do is just flatten out and smoosh together all the colour and make it really glossy and shiny. And don't forget that the burnisher is always the last layer you put on, so once you've done this you cannot add anything else to that shape. And for our last technique, I'm going to do a watercolour pencil. So these are the Staedtler Karat Aquarelle pencils. I think I've said that right. And I'm initially just going to use it dry. So for these ones, I am going to colour in all around the outside of the leaf and bring the colour into the middle, but not quite all the way. And with the Aquarelle pencils, because you're going to add the watercolour, because you're going to add water and turn them into watercolour, you really don't need to be filling up all the space or so precise. It's almost like this is just the initial layer, and then we'll add water and do the rest. A little bit of yellow in this one. So now you grab a pretty fine paintbrush, this is one I've had since art school, and a tiny bit of water. Don't add too much water or you'll start to buckle the pencil, but then you just use your paintbrush and start to move that colour around, and the colouring pencil turns to liquid watercolour paint, and you can just bring the colour from the outside edges where it's quite dark into the middle. So there you go, we've got 3 different techniques for tackling leaves: the watercolour pencils, the blended colour pencil, and a burnished colour pencil with pen details. So Magical Jungle is out in August. That's just enough time for you to grab all your greens, perfect your leafy skills, and I can't wait to see what you do with this book. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.